Hello everyone, this is the first of two videos. Today we're starting with our normal weekly reset on the Division 2. If you're new to the channel, this is the first video you're watching. What we cover in these is any news in the last week for the Division 2, any community news that we have, the vendor reset, the invaded mission reset, any weekly activities. We basically just cover all of that every single Tuesday. If you enjoy the video, I ask that you hit like and share to support it, subscribe if you're new, and I also want to shout out our fantastic community. It's one of the biggest Division communities out there on Discord. If you're not a part of it, you should be. When you're done here today, come and check us out. It's linked at the top of the video description. And one final shout out is to the members. We are over 160 members again. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, as you do. Really appreciate it. We're on the road to 200 and we have a 24-hour stream at 200. I look forward to it. If you want to support that way, come and click join from the channel homepage. So first, the PTS for TU16 went live on Friday and it ended today. We did two streams on it. On Friday, we attempted the brand new Legendary Manning National Zoo and we didn't quite finish it. We did get to the final area first try, but our final area was insane. I then couldn't get a team together to try Tidal Basin Legendary, but I am looking at doing that when the next PTS Phase 2 goes live, which hopefully isn't too long away. We also tried Countdown. We went through all the new builds. We tried Solo Countdown, Heroic Countdown. We did a lot during the PTS, and what I've done as a second video today later on, rather than discuss it all now, we're going to do a PTS TU16 recap. So check that video out later if you want to find out more about what went on in the PTS just. There's really no other news to talk about in the Division 2 bar the PTS. We're looking forward to Phase 2. Season 10 is imminent. It's coming on September the 13th. And we're now up to our final event of Season 9. So we've still got the Street Activation event going on. We've got 6 days left of this for you to get all of your keys to get all the newer power items. And today, the final global event of the season went live, which is Reanimated. So you're able to take part in this event. If we have a quick look at the event details there, you can see Reanimated. If you've not done this before, I'm sure you have, but there's new enemy tech is causing hostiles to reanimate after death, and the only way to stop this reanimation is to disconnect the brain response with headshots. So you got to get headshot kills. If you don't, they reanimate and then you got to kill them again. It's a pretty decent global event, and the rewards you get, you've got your 4 days of challenges as normal, and you can earn stars as well just by leveling up now, which is great. And you've got all these caches available to you, so name caches, crafting gear caches, weapons there, season cache, optimization cache, name cache, season cache, optimization again, and it ends on 2 exotic caches. If you've never done this event before, there'll be a backpack trophy instead for their level 10 reward, but if you have, you get the second exotic cache. There's a lot to talk about our community as well coming up to Season 10. If you're a member of our community, you know we did quite a lot of activities and events during Season 9. These are going to continue in Season 10. I'm going to do a separate video before Season 10 is released to explain what we'll be doing once it kicks off and how we're going to be doing events next season. I really look forward to it. So we're now just going to get straight onto the weekly resets for the Division 2, starting with the invaded missions. And this week's invaded stronghold is Manning National Zoo. So to get this unlocked, you've got to complete Camp White Oak, Jefferson Trade Center, and DCD headquarters. That'll give you access to the zoo. And then once you've completed the zoo, you can then go and do Tidal Basin. And as always, these are very, very good for players that still need mod unlocks, players that still need specialization points, named weapons, because for every single mission you complete, you'll get a random mod unlock, you'll get 5 specialization points and a named weapon. So they're very worth doing every single week if you're still progressing through the game. Obviously, if you have everything, then maybe not, but for those that need stuff, make sure you're doing your invadeds every single week. And your weekly legendary project for your extra exotic cache is Capital Building. So complete Capital Building this week to get that exotic cache. And we're now going to go around every single vendor. We're going to start the Countdown vendor and then visit every other one and read out what is on sale this week. I'll let you know as I go if there's anything that I advise that you buy, but also if you drop a comment down below of anything that you advise people to buy this week from this vendor reset, because people like reading through it. We'll start with Countdown and we'll move on from here. This week you're able to buy the White Death with marksman rifle damage, headshot damage, damage target out of cover, and steady-handed. There's a Caesar's Guard named chest piece with skill tier, status effects, headshot damage, and perfectly skilled. And there's a rock and roll shotgun. So in recent vendor resets, I've noticed that the Countdown vendor will also sell these DZ exclusives. We had this with the TDI card custom a couple of weeks ago, and we've got it with the Rock and Roll shotgun today. So the Rock and Roll is like a PvP exclusive. You can get it in the Dark Zone, you can get it in Dark Zone proficiency caches, conflict proficiency caches, and from Dark Zone vendors, but also the Countdown vendor now, and it's on sale this week. Now, I know a lot of people wanted this in Season 9 for the Heartbreaker build, so if you haven't got a hold of it yet, this is definitely a must-buy. It's not greatly rolled, though. Shotgun damage is so low there. It's got damage to armor on it, magazine size, which isn't the worst thing, I guess, for this, as you're just using it to stack. And it comes with perfectly extra, which gives you 50% magazine capacity as well. So that's on sale. Definitely a must-buy for this week if you still need it. Over at the White House vendor, you're able to buy a Mozambique special with pistol damage, reload speed, and perfect breadbasket. There's an Orgay free with SMG damage, crit chance, damage target out of cover, and future perfect. A FAL with assault rifle damage, health damage, damage target out of cover, and breadbasket. That's a well-rolled FAL there with the attributes. You can roll whatever talent you want on it. So if you're a fan of a FAL, that's definitely a must-buy for this week. It's a good AR. There's an X45 with pistol damage, swap speed, and ignited. A 511 backpack with armor, hazard protection, repair skills, and unstoppable force. Richter and Kaiser chest piece with skill tier, hazard protection, crit chance, and spotter. Then we've got a 6.9% headshot damage mod, a 6.4% deflect duration mod for a drone, a 5.8% duration mod for a turret, and a 4% burn duration mod for a sticky. Now, at the clan vendor this week, you're able to buy a swap chain. This comes with SMG damage, crit chance, magazine size, and perfect unwavering. It's a true patriot backpack with armor, status effects, hardwired chest piece with skill tier and headshot damage, heartbreaker knees with armor and status effects, then a P4 storm type pistol with pistol damage, damage to armor, and in sync. We've got a SOCOM M1A with rifle damage, crit damage, swap speed, and breadbasket. Murakami holster with skill tier, skill damage, and headshot damage. An SR1 with marksman rifle damage, headshot damage, accuracy, and breadbasket. KSG shotgun with shotgun damage, damage to armor, magazine size, and perpetuation. Wyvern backpack with skill tier, armor regen, health, and concussion. Providence chest with weapon damage, armor regen, skill damage, and entrench. Then we have an 8.7% disorient resistance mod, a +1 max target mod for a Firefly, an 8.9% skill duration mod, and a +4 repair charges for a Hive. Moving on to the settlements and starting at the campus. Now we've got a Tabula Rasa on sale for LMG damage, damage target out of cover, headshot damage, and that comes with perfectly steady-handed. The classic M44 carbine with marksman rifle damage, headshot damage, crit chance, and close and personal. A black market RPK with LMG damage, damage target out of cover, swap speed, and killer. Petrov mask with weapon damage, headshot damage, and crit hit damage. Douglas and Harding holster with weapon damage, explosive resistance, and weapon handling. Then we have a 15.6% repair skills mod, a 13.4% ensnare health mod for a chem, a +4 stim charges for a hive, an 8.6% radius for a pulse, and a 4.3 duration for a trap. And at the theatre settlement this week, they're selling an artist tool with rifle damage, crit damage, health damage, and perfect rifleman. The sausage 12 with shotgun damage, damage to armor, crit damage, and preservation. A Lavoa with rifle damage, crit damage, swap speed, and preservation. Wyvern gloves with skill tier, armor regen, and weapon handling. China knee pads with skill tier, repair skills, and headshot damage. Then we have an 8.5% bleed resistance mod, 4.9% skill ace mod for seekers, a 4.3% deflected damage for a shield, a +1 max target for a Firefly, and a 6% duration for a decoy. And now the DZ vendors, we're going to start at DZ West. This week on sale is a Rock and Roll, so the same as the Countdown vendor, but much better. The shotgun damage there is higher. You got damage to armor, crit chance, and again, perfectly extra. So if I was you, I'd save the DZ resources up to buy this one just because of the better attribute rolls. But if you don't want to do PvP to get it, use the Countdown one. That's rare to see a Rock and Roll twice on the vendor reset. There's a double barrel sawed off shotgun as well, shotgun damage, damage to armor, swap speed, and vindictive. A military MK17 with rifle damage, crit damage, damage target out of cover, and ignited. Ongoing directive gloves with weapon damage and skill aced. Heartbreaker knees with armor and armor regen. A Richter and Kaiser gloves with skill tier, hazard protection, and armor regen. Alps knee pads with skill tier, repair skills, and status effects. Then we have an 8.3% disrupt resistance mod, a 4.3% radius for seekers, a 4.1% shield health for your shield, 6.1% skill ace for your Firefly, and a 6% duration for a decoy. And at DZ South this week, you're able to buy a Devil's Due backpack, which is a named Cheska backpack. This has got weapon damage, explosive resistance, weapon handling, and it comes with perfect clutch. An enhanced PP19 with SMG damage, critical hit chance, swap speed, and reformation. Custom P416 with assault rifle damage, health damage, crit damage, and in sync. An M1911 with pistol damage, swap speed, and close and personal. True Patriot backpack with armor and crit hit chance. Hardwired chest with skill tier and skill aced. Hannah U backpack with skill tier, status effects, health, and concussion. Grupo chest piece with weapon damage, hazard protection, status effects, and vanguard. And then we got a 10.1% crit damage mod, a 4.3% damage mod for your drone, 6.1% duration mod for a turret, and a 5% blast radius mod for a sticky. And the final DZ vendor at DZ East this week, you're able to buy a Black Friday with LMG damage, damage target out of cover, rate of fire, and that comes with perfectly unhinged. I know a lot of people rate the Black Friday. I've never really used it myself, but it'd be a top pick just because the amount of times I've heard people say it's good. There's an SRS A1 with marksman rifle damage, headshot damage, magazine size, and fast hands. Custom L86 with LMG damage, damage target out of cover, optimal range, and ranger. An Aces and Eights mask with weapon damage and weapon handling. Eclipse holster with skill tier and crit damage. Hannah U mask with skill tier, skill damage, and crit chance. Wyvernware holster with skill tier, repair skills, and status effects. We've got 9.9% skill ace mod, a 6.4% burn strength mod for a chem, a 4.2% duration mod for a hive, a 4.8% skill ace for a pulse, and a 6.1% duration for a trap. And now finishing at the New York vendors, starting with Marco. He is selling a tactical Vector with SMG damage, crit chance, swap speed, and unwavering. A classic M44 carbine with marksman rifle damage, headshot damage, optimal range, and close and personal. A classic M1A with rifle damage, crit damage, reload speed, and killer. A D50 with pistol damage, reload speed, and steady-handed. China Light backpack with skill tier, weapon handling, health, and leadership. Murakami gloves with skill tier, skill aced, and headshot damage. Providence mask with weapon damage, weapon handling, and status effects. Could have been a good mask that with the max weapon damage, but not sure you want weapon handling there. Otherwise, it could have been good. It had potential. We've got an 8.2% blind death resistance mod, 15,165 armor on kill mod, a 4.3% burn damage mod for a turret, a 4.3% damage mod for a chem, and a 5.9% shock radius mod for a trap. And the final vendor is Roy Benitez, and this week he is selling an AKM with assault rifle damage, health damage, rate of fire, that comes with ignited, an M700 tactical with marksman rifle damage, headshot damage, damage target out of cover, and lucky shot, a UIC 15 mod 2 with rifle damage, crit damage, rate of fire, and ranger, an officer's M9A1 with pistol damage, accuracy, and killer, Overlord chest piece with weapon damage, crit chance, repair skills, and headhunter, Providence knee pads with weapon damage, weapon handling, and headshot damage, Overlord holster with weapon damage, headshot damage, and status effects. Then we got an 8.6% snare resistance mod, a 10.1% crit damage mod, a 4.3% burn damage for a turret, a +1 max target for a firefly, and a 6% health mod for a decoy. And that brings an end to this week's weekly update video in the vendor reset. I definitely advise getting a rock and roll if you need one, the Black Friday if you need one. That Providence mask was quite good with the weapon handling as well. That could work for quite a few builds. It's a few decent items this week and a few ARs as well for you to take a look at. But that's it. I've got another video later today. As I said, it's going to be a PTS TU16 Phase 1 recap video. Just going over the PTS that ended today, and we look forward to the Phase 2 of the PTS coming soon, and definitely Season 10 on September the 13th. We can't wait for that. But thank you for watching this video today. Don't forget to hit like and share to support it. Subscribe if you're new. And now come and check out our great community. It's linked at the top of the video description. Until next time, thank you for watching. Stay safe and peace out.